Once upon a time there was a monk who, every time he entered the church and saw the crucified Christ behind the holy altar, would fervently pray to take the Lord's place on the cross. He deeply desired to feel the full experience of Christ's sacrifice. One day, the crucified Christ agreed, but under one condition. The Lord said, "You may take my place on the cross, but you must not speak to anyone, no matter what happens." The monk, accustomed to strict discipline and silence, eagerly promised to obey. Christ descended from the cross, and the monk took his place. A wealthy man entered the church to pray. While kneeling, his wallet fell to the floor. He finished praying and left, unaware of what he had dropped. The monk saw this and wanted to warn him, but he remembered his promise to stay silent. Soon after, a poor man entered. As he prayed, he noticed the wallet on the floor. Looking around to make sure no one was watching, he picked it up, put it in his pocket, and quickly left. The monk wanted to stop him and tell him the money wasn't his, but again, he stayed silent. Later, a young sailor entered the church. He knelt in prayer, asking Christ for guidance and protection as he was about to embark on a long journey at sea. Just as he was praying, the wealthy man returned with policemen, claiming that he had lost his wallet in the church. Seeing the young man praying, the wealthy man accused him of stealing. The police arrested the sailor. The monk could no longer hold back and shouted, "He's innocent!" His words led to a deeper investigation. The young sailor was released, the poor man who had taken the wallet was found and arrested, and the money was returned to the wealthy man. The young sailor boarded his ship and set sail. That night, Christ returned and sternly rebuked the monk. "What you did was wrong." The monk protested, "But Lord, I made things right. I saved an innocent man." Christ replied, "No, you ruined everything. You promised to remain silent. By speaking, you disrupted my plan." The wealthy man was on the verge of using that money for an immoral act, so I allowed him to lose it. The poor man desperately needed the money, and I let him find it to help him. The young sailor would have drowned at sea. If he had been imprisoned, even for one day, he would have missed the ship and lived. Your intervention ruined my providence. You may be a monk and believe yourself to be spiritually elevated, but my plans surpass human understanding. Even when things seem wrong, my guidance serves the greater good. The moral of the story: we often seek answers from God and become frustrated when He doesn't speak. Yet, even in silence, He works for our ultimate benefit. Let us thank Him for His unseen guidance, for He always helps us, even when we don't realize it.